Hey guys, it's me, Jared G. It's been a while. I missed my friends, I missed my folks, I missed all the YouTubers. I've had kind of a crazy couple of weeks and I thought, you know what, I can't be the only one who's been through some of this stuff, so let me share it, let me see how people feel about it, let me get some input, let me give some output. How many of you have lost somebody? How many of you have had to say goodbye to somebody that you love? Not the most fun, not my favorite. I've lost a few people. I've lost some grandparents. I've lost my father, and as of this week, I also lost my mother. She had a stroke, and we had one really rough week, and her body just couldn't keep up. She is amazing, patient, kind, loving, inspirational, full of life. She had so much life, I think her body just couldn't hold it anymore. We were able to say goodbye. Here's the point, because that's not exciting. Nobody wants to watch a video about having to say goodbye. But we do want to watch a video that helps us get through things and know we're not alone. So, my outlook on life is always changing. I felt when I was 20, everything was detrimental, had to be cut and dry, had to be understood. Not always the case. Sometimes you can just take a deep breath and let it go. Now that I've had to say goodbye to my mom, who helped me, raised me, and showed me what it was like to be a good person, I know that I am lucky. Even if she's gone before I was ready for her to be gone, even if she's moved on before I wanted her to, even if she's not right here to talk to me, I know that I am lucky to have had somebody I am able to miss. Because sometimes you say goodbye to people and you think, maybe that wasn't the person I wanted to hang out with. So it's unfortunate, but in this scenario, that's not the case. My mom was amazing. My mom was great. My mom was wonderful. And I think I'm lucky to be able to say that. She was everybody's mom. She was a band mom in school. She always took care of us kids who were in extracurricular activities. She was all of my friends' mom. Everybody called her mom. I made a video at the beginning of the year talking about how my goal for the year would be to be able to talk to a medium. Somebody who can converse with spirits, somebody who can relay messages, somebody who can give us something from the people that we have lost and loved. I thought I would be doing that with my mom. I was going to surprise her and we could do something together. The day after my mother passed away, a friend of mine from school messaged me to say, by the way, I'm sorry for your loss. I can speak to people who have passed, and I have a message for you. Tell me what the message is. So she messaged me. Anyway, she gave me 3 things that I would know to look for to know when my mom was here. But she also said, your mother's proud of you, but I felt like you already knew that. And if you ever need your mom, just call her. Debbie! Mama! I think she's here. Now, I'm hoping to see a medium, and I'm getting to talk to a medium, but I might be doing it for my mother, not with my mother. It's kind of confusing, but I'm very excited. The point being, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll have a video about the outcome of that. Maybe we'll record the session. Maybe we'll make a video about it. I don't know. So, like 4 days after my mother's passing is my birthday. I turned 40. Is it backwards? 40. I turned 40. So I feel like I'm almost a grown-up. Any minute now. It's going to be grown-up time. Grown-up Jared. We can probably go ahead and assume I'm going to get a couple presents. Well, my daughter came home. My younger sister, my mother, my partner, his parents, everybody pitched in, including my mom, to be able to let me afford to go to a medium. When I got the reading from my friend, she gave me 3 things that would make me think of my mom after her time has passed. Finding a nickel, yellow tulips, which is kind of up for interpretation. At the time I thought it's her favorite flower, and that's what I told my friend who was giving me the message. And then come to find out, her favorite flower were daisies, but yellow flowers in general she loves yellow, so that makes sense. And we did kind of this Yellow Hearts for Debbie campaign on Instagram and Facebook, so that people had a way to express love and show us support. Yellow Hearts for Debbie, yellow tulips, those were things that were mentioned in the reading. Well, tulips actually make me think of Amsterdam. somewhere I've been, somewhere I love to go, and yellow for my mom. And I did go to the tulip fields when we were out there, so that could be kind of up to interpretation. But tulips were also the first flowers brought to her in the hospital, which most people wouldn't know. They weren't all yellow, but there were yellow ones in there. And then the third one was a panda. Panda could mean a lot of things. We just went to Tokyo. My daughter and my partner both love Japan and Japanese culture. My good friends Sonia and Seth both love pandas. So I thought of them because they were there the entire time as we say goodbye to my mom. They were there as she transitioned into whatever the next step is after her life here in this body. All of them seemed to make sense. My partner is a little more skeptical. He's a little less, like, people could tell me somebody was talking to me in spirit and I would be very willing to go with it. It makes me happy to think that there could be messages out there that I would like to receive. I'm a social butterfly even in the spiritual world. I'm such a dork. It was healing and helpful to me to think that there would be a message from my mom. My partner was very quiet and he said, oh, I didn't know about the penny or the nickel story, which is that my grandmother leaves, we used to joke that whenever we found a penny, it was because my grandmother sent pennies from heaven. So my mom would be able to differentiate if we find a nickel without being too greedy that we knew it was her. We could find both. So that kind of made sense. It was kind of fun, a little quirky, but got my present. I was opening my gifts and finally it was just my family the other day for my birthday. It's a card with a gift certificate that's made out. It says good for one reading with a medium. And I'm like, what? That's amazing. That's so cool. And they said, and the money's in the card, and they hand me the card. Well, James had purchased the card like a month or so ago, prior to my mom's even having a stroke. And I pull out the card and it's gonna make me cry. Whew. I pulled out the card and it's a bright, glittery unicorn card. And riding the unicorn is this huge panda. And it says, doesn't even mention the unicorn or the rainbows. It says, this is the cutest, adorable panda card you're ever going to get. Something along those lines. The focus was on the panda. So, of course, I stopped and I looked at him and he goes, I got the card before the reading and before your friend gave you the message. And I cried so hard. There's the panda! There's a panda! There's a panda! So the panda showed up. I love it. It makes me feel happy. I enjoy feeling happy, so it worked out. The thing is, the money for the medium was inside that card. So it was as if the message from my friend who can speak to spirit me about the panda included her birthday present to me. To see a medium, to then be able to talk to what I thought would be other people we'd lost, may in fact be able to talk to her. It's all intermingled, but it made me smile. Point is, find what makes you happy in life and live it. When somebody is gone and it's hard to get over it, the reason it's hard to get over is because you were fortunate enough to have a bond, to have a connection. If you feel like you didn't have closure, then maybe that was just how it was meant to be. There must be something there. So I always go internally and say, what can I learn from this? What is the positive? And if I can't, then I need to just let it go. I need to say, it's unfortunate and hopefully I don't let that happen again. And maybe that's the lesson. You just don't let that happen again. You make sure to reach out and say, I love you. You make sure to reach out and say, I'm proud of you, or I'm so lucky to be your kid. Whatever the reason, just do your best to be your best you, because then you will know that when your time is up or when their time is up, you are free. They are free. My mother is not here on this planet, is not here on this realm, but I know that in my heart, she's still there. I know that in my day-to-day life, she's still there because all of her lessons, all of the tools she gave us growing up are gonna help me get through to every step I need to achieve. Live, love, be the love that we need, be a good example, be a good human, learn from your mistakes, understand that making mistakes are great, but love yourself as well. Because when you love yourself, other people can't help but love you too. And I'm not saying be cocky, I'm not saying be conceited, I'm saying look at your good attributes and appreciate them. If you're a little different, if you're a little quirky, that's okay, love that, but use it to be a good person. You'll be happier, and everybody else will want to be around you because we want to be around happy people. It's okay to be bummed, it's okay to be sad, that's part of it. But then internally go, why am I sad? What is it? Can I control it? Can I fix it? Can I change it? No. So can I live with it, or do I need to move on? And if you need to move on, sometimes writing it down, talking it out, making a video will help you to release that energy and say, I have accepted it, I have felt it, I have acknowledged it, I have cried about it, and now it's time to push it off. For me, I'm okay. I miss you, Mom.